Good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, and good night, whenever you are watching this, people. Some of you asked me for a YouTube video, and so here it is, my quarantine video. As most of the world is doing right now, I've been in quarantine, staying in for 7 days or more. It's been over a week now. It's not really driving me crazy at the moment. But I think that is due to having a good routine. So I'm going to take you through some of the things I do in the day that I think help me, and hopefully will help you to maybe set up a good routine for yourself that will help you cope through this process. Okay, so my morning routine so far consists of making myself a coffee in one of these. Little miss over here just woke up. This is Eddie. Something else that's been helping, one of my friends made me these and dropped it off. It's like orange juice, turmeric, ginger, cayenne, I think apple cider, all fresh. So this is all really good for like the immune system. Thank you, baby Tate. We've been taking one each day. Over like time with Troy, I've realized, because he also appreciates it too, how much like I appreciate little sentimental things, like having a coffee in my own house in the morning to slowly wake myself up, and like having it in a coffee cup that you enjoy. Like, we really love ceramics, so like this, we got this in Australia, and so it always reminds me of like these coffee shops that we used to go to in Australia, and just like good memories, gives me nostalgia, like the feel of it in my hands and everything. What my morning routine is to read one of these two books, or both of them. Daily Meditations for Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual and Transgender People. I was given it by a friend, and this has really, really helped me in accepting myself, opening my thoughts up to new ways of thinking, connecting to something greater than, oh my god, my hair, connecting to something greater than myself or my thoughts or whatever. So today it is so they start off with a quote. The God in him had cried out to the God in me, Mary Renault. Okay, so this is the actual page. There are times when we seem to be looking directly into the depths of another person's soul. We associate these moments of deep communication and closeness, seeming oneness, with sexual intimacy. But in fact, they can occur in a friendship or in any kind of relationship that permits us to come together in a profound experience of sharing. At such privileged moments, we sense that our human love is both a part of an expression of something larger. We sense that we are channels for loving energy that fuels the universe. We can't always have peak experiences, but we can see the divine in others if we look for it. We can treat as sacred all the ways that our lives touch others' lives. We can share in a way that allows others to begin to see into our souls. Into our souls, not our souls. Oh god. Today all my relationships are part of my relationship with a higher power. Oh my god, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry guys. She's like trying to get attention. Aren't you? Okay, what I get from this is, it says, we associate these moments of deep communication and closeness, seeming oneness, with sexual intimacy. But in fact, they can occur in any kind of relationship that permits us to come together in a profound experience of sharing. Luckily, I've had like more and more moments of like connection to people other than just like sexual connection and stuff. And like I put a lot of value on that, especially with like friends, because it's hard to come by sometimes in a world like we live in today, with so many distractions and so much importance put on like material things. And like it's times like these where you really find out like where you've been putting your energy, and like what are your coping mechanisms and things like that. Like a lot of our community, I think, because when you come out as gay, lesbian, trans, bisexual, people think of you, like, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but people think of you just in terms of not your sexuality, but like who you have sex with. Isn't she a cutie? Growing up as gay, people always simplified it down to you having sex with a guy, or like you're a fudge packer, or like all these kind of names and stuff are all like around the actual sexual act. They're not thinking about it in terms of closeness with a person. For some reason, people's minds always go to just the sex rather than like the feeling of closeness. And I think what that is trying to say is that we can have that with people if we choose. We can connect more to people more than just in a sexual way. And I'm sure that a lot of people are learning that at the moment with like being quarantined and not being able to use these apps and stuff. I'd be so interested to hear from you guys if you're going through anything like that, even if you don't want to message me on YouTube, to DM me maybe on Instagram, because I would love to hear like what's coming up around that, because maybe in the past you've dealt with like anxieties by going on Grindr, going on Tinder, or all these apps and stuff to try and quieten yourself or soothe yourself. The other book that I read from is Courage to Change. This is more focused on Al-Anon. I grew up in like an alcoholic home. I haven't shared too much on this, but I plan on sharing in the future. So I've been to Al-Anon, which is Families and Friends of Alcoholics, a 12-step meeting, and you can get these kind of books there, or you can get them online as well. Courage to Change has been so helpful for me. I don't know why I didn't choose this slide before. So something else that has been helping me, and I know that it's been helping a few other people, is meditation. Me and Troy were going to meditation classes at this fitness center called Playa Fitness, and it was absolutely amazing, and it helped me to get into a routine to dedicate like time for meditation, to like quiet the mind, not get so attached to the thoughts that run through it, because you can't always trust your thoughts. They're not always true, and if you like chase after some of those thoughts, they will just send you on a downward spiral sometimes. One of the things that's helped is you can search for meditation online. There's also something called Commune, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I've done other courses with them as well. Again, this is not an ad, but it's something that's beneficial, and I think that it would help a lot of people. It's a guided meditation, the first one I've already done, and the one I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I just finished the meditation, feeling a lot more calmer, higher energetic vibrations, if you want to say that. That was the meditation, and I think I'm going to do a workout in a bit, which I will record as well for you guys. Okay, so now I have to post a picture for Fashion Nova, one of the companies that we work with, which, thank God, we still have a job during all of this, because times are very unsure at the moment, and we honestly don't know how long this is going to carry on, and I have to be thankful for what I have at the moment. So I'm going to come up with a caption. Another thing that I find really important is to make sure that I get outside, get some sun, vitamin D, go outside, look at the clouds, breathe the fresh air. I'm sure that I'll always find something beautiful to be grateful for out there. Me and Troy are about to do a workout. We found like a private road right by our house. Don't worry, we are practicing social distancing as well. No one's here, so we have this place to ourselves. And that is us done and dusted for our workout for the day. Kind of more focused on the chest and some abs. If you guys want us to do a workout video, we will, since everyone is doing workout videos right now. So now we are back from working out. I was about to say we're back from the gym, but we're not really allowed to go to the gym. But got my protein, banana, protein powder, cacao, peanut butter, water, ice. So someone said something great to me the other day. They were asking how I was, and I said that I was like doing okay with all of this. Like one of the days I was getting kind of down about it and like having like a freak out moment. And she was like, oh well, you might want to put into action like a plan for when you have those moments. And so I was like, that's a really good idea. So what would I do in a moment where I'm feeling like that? And not to say that you can't feel like that, because it's normal. We all have a lot of mixed emotions about it. You don't have to avoid the emotions that you feel. Maybe just acknowledge them, but have a plan so that you don't have to go down like a rabbit hole of like dragging yourself down to the lowest of the low, or anxiety into a panic attack or something like that. Some of the things that I would do as a plan when I feel like that was to make a gratitude list, at least 10 things. And like things that you can really think like that are tangible, like think about them, like, oh, I'm grateful that the sun is out and I can feel it on my skin and it's warm and it's like, it's brightening up my day, it gives me hope and this kind of thing, all these kind of things. I'm grateful for my health. If you have good health, like you should be grateful for it, especially right now. You wake up with no pains, no aches, no like worries of having to go to the hospital, because right now would be a big pain to go to the hospital. I would call up my friend, call up your closest friends, because guaranteed they will have been through a similar moment, and it feels good to know when someone else has been through or going through the same thing as you. You can relate. Write down your thoughts. Write them down, put them down onto paper, because it's like cathartic to like get it from in here, troubling your mind and like affecting all your emotions, onto paper. It's like it's a release almost. And then also when you see it on paper, you can really examine it. You can be like, if someone's said to me years and years ago about like us having like an inner child inside of us, and I found that so helpful, kind of a beautiful idea. Like the few times I've done this, and it does feel weird, and it maybe feels uncomfortable, and but I guarantee that it will help in some way. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to your child self, how you would have liked to be spoken to. So like I would be like, hi Zander, I love you, I'm here to help you, whatever you're going through, I'm here to listen. Like whatever you want to say to your child self, you'll be surprised at what comes out. Make a playlist. Make a playlist of songs that you will put on and that you will dance your ass off to. Elton John, I'm Still Standing is a really good one. Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. Something that puts you back in your body, because I feel like it's so much up here and like here. Like when you put it all back into your body, you like come back to life and you release endorphins and all sorts. I'm just like throwing ideas out here, so I hope that those were helpful. This is like all things that I'm thinking for myself for next time when it does happen, which inevitably will. No, don't eat the grass. So we are lucky enough to have a gorgeous garden that we worked really hard on. This was, I don't know if you followed us guys, but this was a crazy bush, and Troy trimmed it way back to this. This is what you see, the bougainvillea. And then we like kind of planned out all these cactus and stuff. So we have a really cute space to come up to. Troy has made us a lovely lunch. Another really fun thing to do in this time is to wind up your animals. Like, this one just loves being wound up. If you pin her down, she does. People might assume that we are always eating healthy. We do try and eat healthy most of the time, but sometimes there's room for this as well. Also guys, take advantage of this time that you don't have to work maybe, or just work from home. You have all this time to calm and not be so busy. We spend so much of our lives being busyaholics. Just finished having a shower and moisturised my body, and so now, so my face doesn't dry out, I'm going to use some moisturiser. One of my favourite things to do way before any of this happened is to take care of my skin. Taking care of yourself is good to have like a self-care kind of routine, and mine has always been kind of my skin because I had problems with it. I used to have a lot of acne. At night time I use Dr. Sturm's anti-aging serum. Put that on after I've washed my face. I just had a shower. Barbara Sturm's eye cream, just a tiny bit. It says use the other fingers because it's softer, but I'm not like pressing crazy hard on my eyes. And then Barbara Sturm face cream light, about this much. All nice and moisturized now. So that's all for now. If you guys like this video, please let me know, and let me know if there's something else that you would like to see, any suggestions. I will take that into account. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. It's kept me busy today, so it's been really nice. I'm sending love out to all of you guys because I know that we need it right now. Remember, we are all connected throughout this. You're not alone. Like, everyone is going through a similar thing, which is handy to know. And we've been through stuff like this in the past. May not have lived through it ourselves, but like the world has been through stuff like this in the past and it's gotten through it. So this too shall pass. And yeah, that's all. Mwah.